Probably one of my favorite traditions is Easter. So, in growing up, I grew up in a Greek family where for Easter we would go to church at midnight on Saturday night, and we would go to church for 3 hours actually till 2 in the morning. After the service, we would meet with my entire family, which is a host of probably 50 or 60 people, and half of them named Nick. Where we would celebrate Easter. And one of the things we did is we would cook a lamb in our backyard. So in Greece, not a big issue. In suburbia, Northern Virginia, I'm sure a lot of our neighbors thought we were weird. We were roasting a dead lamb on every Easter. Just being with family, sharing that holiday was probably one of my favorite experiences, despite all the weird looks we got from our neighbors about kind of roasting a dead lamb in our backyard.
I think my favorite holiday tradition is being able to celebrate Christmas in Peru, which I don't get to do very often, but when I do, everybody comes and visits us. And in the northern part of Peru, Christmas time is in the dead of summer, so it's ridiculously crazy hot there. And so we usually have these big outdoor parties. We celebrate on Noche Buena, which is the 24th. Big family meal. We do presents, but it's not as big as it is here. It's really more about family and spending time together. And they will party until 5 o'clock in the morning, and the next day we go to the beach and have ceviche and keep the time and spend time together. But it's just all about family and being together during the holiday.
So my favorite tradition growing up in Pakistan was we celebrated Eid, which is, if you think about it, it's Thanksgiving and Christmas rolled into one, because you also get gifts in the form of like cash, and in addition you get to eat some awesome food. So that was one of my favorites growing up.
One of my favorite holiday traditions has always been making Christmas cookies with my family. When I was growing up, we did it every year. Somehow I ended up being the designated peanut butter fudge maker, so I would stand over the stove and stir and stir. And I've been very happy to pass that job on to my kids as they've gotten older and been interested in baking with me. So now I make them stand there and stir. And I've also convinced them that, the effort of making the cookies is worth the payoff of having them all to eat all month long. So that's my favorite.
Sure. So actually, probably one of my favorite holiday traditions, given that I was born in this country and I'm first generation here, is actually Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is always a fun time where the family gets together and really just enjoys time with ourselves. And but my most favorite part about all of it, quite frankly, is the fried turkey. So we do fried turkey every year, and actually, it's maybe not even the fried turkey, it's what we do afterwards. So we fry everything up in that fryer afterwards. We fry up Twinkies, Snickers, and probably my favorite of them all is the fried Oreos. So that's, you want to talk about gaining a couple weights after Thanksgiving, that's when you do it.
My family's favorite tradition is definitely Christmas. I think majority of the Filipino families feel the same way. Because Christmas, for Filipinos, Christmas is actually the longest season for us. It starts off in September with the playing of the Christmas carols and putting up of the Christmas trees, and ends up in January during the Feast of the Three Kings.
My favorite Korean holiday would be Lunar New Year. Many people know as Chinese New Year, but it's basically January 1st in lunar calendar. So the tradition in Korea would be you bow to elders, and then they'll give you cash for it. Anywhere between $1 to, as you get older, you could get up to a few $100 per bow. So banks are usually busy during the season because everyone wants to exchange their old bills to a fresh new bills to give to their children and nephews and nieces. So, and it's a fun activity.